Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I am Kim and thank you so much for joining me here today. Today I plan on sharing with you our April 2022 budget wrap up for the month. I'm going to go through where we went over budget, where we went under budget, and I'm also going to share with you our sinking funds and how we allocated the money. I did just want to quickly let you know that the spreadsheet that I am using, if it is something that you're interested in using or trying for yourself, you can get a slightly modified version of it in my Etsy store, which I'll have linked below. Alright, so let's just jump straight into it. Okay, so let's start with our incomes. So for the month of April, we budgeted to bring in $4,799 for my pay, and that's exactly what we brought in. Now there was no difference for that, and Ben, we planned to bring in $4,400 and he actually brought in $5,230.02, which was an extra $830.02 for the month. We didn't have any other planned income, however I had a sale on my Poshmark for $23.15. So the total planned income was $9,199, but we actually ended up bringing in $10,052.17, which was $853.17 more than planned. All right, let's go through the categories. So these top parts here are fixed. It's very rare that they will change. So we planned and actually spent $1,444 on our mortgage. We spent $400 on my car loan, $320 on Ben's car loan, and we made extra mortgage repayments of $600. And this was exactly to plan, so no difference in that. We planned to do $40 extra to my super, $40 extra to Ben's super, $43.48 for our work shares program. We planned to invest $50, however we actually ended up investing $100, which was a difference of $50. So planned for $80 for electricity and spent $80, same for gas, $100 planned, $100 spent, $60 planned and $60 spent for water. Council rates was $200 spent. The Foxtel and internet is $240 for the month. We spent $144 on my phone for the month and $100 on Ben's phone for the month. Then we spent $84 on health insurance and $115.50 on our home and contents insurance. $52.75 on Ben's car insurance. Sorry, that was my car insurance, not Ben's car. $70.74 on Ben's car insurance. And then for both of our regos, we spent $46.66 on each of our vehicles for registration for the month. We spent $14.29 on a Adobe Lightroom subscription and $6.99 on Amazon Prime. $14.99 on Apple iCloud, $4 for Catch of the Day, $11.99 for Google Play, $15.99 for a Netflix subscription, $11.99 for Spotify, $14 for Stan. Originally we were going to cancel this, but then we decided to keep it because there was a show that we were both really wanting to watch. And then $15.95 for the Xbox subscription. Alright, so this is the part where it's more variable and it's harder to actually fully predict the spend. So let's go through the daily living expenses category now. So we budgeted $150 for fuel and we only spent $112.71, which left us with $37.29 still available in that fund. Now, the reason we're not spending as much on fuel at the moment is pretty much since January I've been working from home, so we haven't really had those costs added of traveling to work or anything like that, which is nice. But as of next week, I will be back to the office a couple of days a week, so yeah, may have to look at increasing the fuel budget, but watch this space, we'll see what happens. So we planned for $1,150 for groceries for the month. And we actually spent $1,084.53, which left $65.47 for the month. Now this area always seems to be a bit of a blowout for us. I really would love to just spend no more than $250 a month of dining out and takeout, but we just had some things happen this month that were just out of our control, and it was just easier and more convenient for us to end up getting takeout. So we planned to spend $250 for the month, and we actually ended up spending $509.62 for the month, which was almost more than double than what I budgeted. So yeah, we spent an extra $259.62 in this category for the month of April. So we planned to spend $50 on entertainment, and we came in 1 cent under budget and spent $49.99 for the month. We budgeted $50 for medical for the month, but ended up spending $84.57, so we went $34.57 over budget for the medical category. I did budget $60 for gardening, and we didn't end up actually getting a gardener in this month, so yeah, we saved some money there, so $60 unspent. The dogs had a haircut, planned to spend $90, we spent $90. In the miscellaneous category, we planned for $150 and we ended up spending $123.94 for the month, which was $26.06 remaining in that category. Now, we planned to give ourselves splurge fun money of $920 for the month, split between the two of us, but we actually ended up spending $1,193 for the month in that category. So we spent $273 more than what was actually budgeted, but the only reason we ended up doing that was because we knew that Ben had done some extra overtime and was getting extra income, and even with giving ourselves more fun money, we were still going to be able to save over and above and add more to our sinking funds than originally planned. So we planned to spend $7,257.98 for the month on all of these expenses, and we actually ended up spending $7,686.34 for the month, which was $428.36 over budget. So not too bad. Last month I think we were like $900 over budget. So, you know, we've reined it in and we're getting better and we're learning and we're adjusting our spend, you know, as we go and as we learn. But yeah, the dining and takeout was a huge overspend, and yeah, obviously the splurge money, we gave ourselves quite a bit more extra than budgeted for. When it comes to the sinking funds, we planned to have $1,941.02 to allocate up between all of our sinking funds for the month, and we actually ended up having $2,365.83 for the month, which was an extra $424.81 than what we'd planned. So I'm pretty happy with that, you know, to always come in above what we planned still, even though we spent more in other areas. I'm okay with that. Yep, as mentioned above, the overall total for the month that we earned more than planned was $8,000, that would be nice, $853.17 more than originally planned. Okay, let's move into the sinking funds. So this has the budgeted funds here and then the actual funds. So let's have a look. So our emergency savings fund was fully funded already, and that has been that way since February, which is amazing. And we sat down and had a chat and thought, instead of dividing the money up between all of our funds, we were going to try and like pick a couple of them and target them and just like throw all the money at them and fill them up quicker, so it felt like we were like achieving our goals. I mean, you know, actually ticking off one of the funds sooner rather than later. Just, I don't know, it helps us feel like we're having some wins instead of just seeing each category slowly growing. We are watching like one or two categories grow a lot faster, and then we can check, and then move on to the next one. So we put an additional $2,000 towards the nursery fund. So that brings the total of that fund to $4,023.15. So yeah, a few more months and we should have that one filled. We didn't add anything to the maternity leave fund for this month, and we also didn't add anything into the holiday fund, so these totals have remained the same from previous month. The sheer curtains, I only had to add $23.15 to get it to the $3,000 that I'd planned for. Yeah, so that fund's completely full, and I did have to make a withdrawal from that fund this month because we paid a $900 deposit for the shears to actually be installed. So that's exciting. So by the end of May, this line will be removed and we won't have to worry about saving for that one anymore. We didn't add anything to miscellaneous, but we did add $142.68 to the gifts fund. But this month we also spent $190.67 out of that fund because it was Easter, and it was also Ben's birthday. So yeah, we had a few bits and pieces that we needed to dip into. But yeah, we currently have $452.01 in that fund to use, which is good. With May coming up, we've got Mother's Day. So yeah, a bit of money will come out of that again for May. We did not add anything to the Christmas fund. I probably won't start adding to that until like June, July time, because it won't take me long to save up the $1,200 that we will need for Christmas. And I am a pretty organised person, and I really like to start my Christmas shopping around the mid-year sales, and then have it finished by, I'm going to say November, because that's when the Black Friday sales are. So I try and do all my Christmas shopping when it aligns with those like big sales of the year. I just feel like it saves me more money, and then people get more for like we allocate a certain amount to each person, so they end up getting more for the money, which is always nice. And car maintenance, I added an extra $200 to, so that brings the car maintenance total to $700. We really want to try and get this one built up because I think August and September time, both of our cars are due for a service, and my car's service is going to be like $830, and knowing my luck, they'll turn around and tell me that I need tyres as well. So yeah, we thought $1,500 for both cars would work out just fine. So we added $2,365.83 for the month to the sinking funds, but we spent $1,090.67, and we currently have a total sinking fund account of $28,679.93. Now, just for your information, we don't have an individual account for all of these funds. We just have one single account that is an offset that sits against the mortgage, and all of these funds just sit in a single account, and this is how I track how much we have in each category by using this actual sinking fund tracker. I know that some people do like to have individual funds for each fund, like individual accounts for each fund, and that's completely fine, however you choose to manage it. But I don't like clutter, so this is my way of like just having it all in one spot and keeping track of it in a single place. And then I've just got a little breakdown here, like a budget summary for the end of the month that shows like all of the categories above, what the actual totals were, and then like how much of a percentage it took up of each portion of our budget. So as you can see here, debt took up the largest part of our budget, but that includes like mortgage and car loans. And the debt, I'm also counting the extra repayments, which was $600. So that's quite a chunk of that. And then the next highest category was our sinking funds, which is nice to see the savings being up there in one of our high priority spend areas. And then the third highest was the living expenses, and everything else just makes up the rest. So I'm pretty happy with that. And then I've got this little pie chart just to match up with everything. So it's another visual way of just looking at and seeing where you're at. Now, I do track my net worth, but I'm going to show you that in a separate video, so stay tuned for that one. But this is how I actually track all the expenses for the month. So yeah, I kind of just write in here what each item was that we spend money on. I put the amount and then I allocate it to a category so I can go and populate it into the spreadsheet as well. So it's, yeah, I've got it set up nice and easy. So all you do is go in here and you can select like groceries category, and then you can see all the groceries for the month and everything like that. So I find it like a really nice way to be able to visually track and actually know where each dollar has gone instead of just seeing one large sum. I think I mentioned earlier that if this is something you're interested in, you can actually grab a slightly modified version of this spreadsheet in my Etsy store, which is linked below. And I think the only thing it doesn't have is this net worth tracker because it was a little bit too hard to get the formulas to work. The budget spreadsheet that I actually have for sale is all pre-populated with all the formulas and everything that you'll need. So yeah, it's just an instant download to Excel, and you shouldn't have to do too much tinkering, but it's easy to modify and change things. And I also have a video that talks you through how to use the spreadsheet and how to set it up and how to get started with your budget. All right, so that's it for the April budget wrap up. Alright, that's it from me, guys. Thank you so much for watching today's video. As always, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring that little bell so you can get notified of my videos in the future. Until next time, bye guys!